Humanity is not born, it's taught. We talk a lot about freedom and rights, but rarely about what it means to be truly human. Some believe kindness, respect, and empathy are natural instincts. Look around. Society teaches us how to compete, how to succeed, and how to win. It does not always teach us how to live with dignity and how to care for others. Being human is not a passive state. It is an active choice practiced daily. It is shaped by the values we learn and the habits we train. Without guidance, humanity risks being reduced to a word. We praise in speeches but ignore in actions. We claim our rights loudly, but do we practice our responsibilities with the same energy? Imagine if every generation learned compassion as rigorously as math, or respect as seriously as language. Humanity is a skill, a muscle that weakens without use and strengthens with practice. A society that neglects this training produces not citizens, but competitors trapped in endless conflict. Humanity is not a gift we are born with. It is a craft we build. If we fail to teach it, we should not be surprised when it fades. So, can we imagine a world where dignity and empathy are as essential in education as literacy itself? And more importantly, are we willing to build it? So, let me ask you, how do you think humanity can be embodied in the real world? Can humanity thrive without deliberate teaching and practice? Have you ever been taught what it means to be truly human? We speak of rights, but have we equally learned our responsibilities? Is every elected leader the right choice? We are told elections reflect the will of the people. We are told voting is how democracy speaks. Majority rule is often accepted as the best choice. But the voting process that seems free is often shaped by limited facts, biased stories, and crafted images. The real issue is not the choice itself, but how we came to believe it was right. Without complete, reliable information, our votes risk being guesses dressed as decisions. Elections may feel like the ultimate freedom, but they can also be carefully designed stages, where every option is pre-approved. If the frame is set before we even walk into the voting booth, is it still our decision? Imagine choosing a meal from a menu, only to find out later the chef removed the dishes you truly wanted. That's what it feels like when choices are shaped before you even see them. Real choice demands transparency, accountability, and the courage to question the menu itself. Democracy isn't just about counting votes. It's about ensuring those votes come from informed, independent minds. If we are guided, nudged, or misled, the choice may be ours in action, but not in origin. The real challenge is keeping choice authentic in a world that has mastered the art of influence. So, let me ask you, do you believe every elected leader is truly the right choice? If you voted without accurate information, is it still a fair choice? Is your vote truly yours, or the result of someone shaping your thoughts? Are we really choosing leaders, or just picking from a list made for us? The future is made by those who shape technology. We often hear that technology will change the future. History shows that it's not the tools that shape the future. It's the people who use them and the ethics they live by that decide the outcome. A gun can defend or destroy. Artificial intelligence can solve problems or create new ones. The same invention can heal or harm, depending on the values guiding its use. Innovation without ethics is like a ship without a compass. The real question is not what we create, but why we create and how we ensure that it benefits everyone, not just a few. Ethics form the invisible framework that determines whether progress will be a blessing or a burden. Those who shape technology shape the future, but shaping goes beyond construction. It is our responsibility to balance technological power with moral clarity. When ethics lag behind innovation, technology risks becoming a weapon of inequality not a tool of progress. The greatest advancement lies not in hardware or software, but in our principles. Technology is never destiny. Destiny is crafted by those who steer it with wisdom, ethics, and restraint. Every creation carries a choice to serve humanity's shared good or to strengthen the grip of power. Which future we inherit depends on the hands and hearts that shape it. So, let me ask you, what are your thoughts on ethics in shaping future technologies? Is the real need for more tools, or for the reasons and rules to guide them? Will the future be changed by technology itself, or by the people who use it well? Without ethics, whose future are we really building? Is democracy the framework for lasting prosperity? When we look at today's developed nations, one thing stands out. They are all democracies. From this, many conclude that democracy must be the key to prosperity. The logic is simple. Freedom of expression sparks creativity. Creativity fuels innovation, and innovation drives growth. But is democracy truly the cause of prosperity? If democracy were the absolute condition, then societies without freedom of expression should have failed to advance. Yet history tells us otherwise. The Soviet Union, under strict control, launched the first satellite before the United States. Singapore, without full democracy, became an economic powerhouse. Clearly, prosperity cannot be explained by political systems alone. Democracy offers stability and diversity over time. Authoritarian systems, however, can channel resources and talent into rapid achievements. In both cases, what mattered was not the system itself, but the choices made within it. Civilizations rise not simply because of institutions, but because of how leaders and societies decide to act. Democracy isn't just about counting votes. Democracy can never rise above the level of its people. Every system, whether free or authoritarian, ultimately demands wise leaders. Yet even wise leaders cannot stand alone. They need citizens with the vision to choose them and the courage to hold them accountable. Without both, no structure endures. Civilization lasts only where leadership and citizenships mature together. So let me ask you, what do you think truly decides our future? Is democracy truly a safeguard against poor leadership? If so, why do democracies still produce ineffective leaders? Does the future of civilization depend on systems or on people? Have you ever wondered what autonomy really is? What makes us truly human? Some say it is reason, others say it is empathy. Yet beneath these lies something deeper. It is the ability to choose, to give ourselves rules and to follow them not out of fear or command, but because we recognize them as meaningful and worthy. This capacity is autonomy. Yet autonomy is not simply doing whatever we want. True autonomy always requires responsibility. A rule chosen only for oneself may reflect convenience, not dignity. But when the rule we choose can also stand as a principle for others, it becomes genuinely human. That is the test of autonomy. Think of it this way. Animals follow instinct. Machines follow programming. Humans can question, can decide, and can bind themselves to principles. This capacity to self-legislate, as the philosopher Kant argued, is what gives us moral worth. To be autonomous is not to reject all limits. It is to embrace the ones we have freely and wisely set. So human dignity is not found in obedience, nor in rebellion, but in autonomy. A society becomes truly human when its people live by rules they have chosen, rules that can also be shared with others. In such a world, freedom and responsibility do not stand apart. They rise together as one expression of a conscious life. So, let me ask you, How does autonomy apply to our lives as human beings? Do you live by the standards you set for yourself? Can you share and practice those standards with others? Isn't autonomy, in the end, about living by the rules you have chosen?
Your answer might not be easy, but it could be honest. Leave a comment. Someone else may be waiting for your voice.